So this obviously wasn't a video y'all were expecting. In fact, I don't expect most of you guys to even watch this show, to be perfectly honest. You know, as a lot of dudes actually write it off as a chick flick. I'm talking about the Netflix show You. A show about a hyper creepy manipulative stalker guy who goes full-blown serial killer. And his name is Joe Goldberg. Now, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you guys. When my girl brought it up to watch it, I was kind of on the fence about it, you know? I was kind of on edge about the whole thing, you know, not because serial killers scare me, but, y'all, we just spent like the last 2 months watching Grey's Anatomy. I was kind of ready to pick the show at this point. But y'all dudes in relationships know exactly what happened. I wanted to watch a show. She wanted to watch a show. So together, as a couple, we compromised. And we ended up watching the show she wanted to watch. You guys already know. It wasn't all bad though. She did sweeten the deal by telling me that the main character, Joe, actually drives a cherry red vinyl top full chrome 1968 Buick Skylark. And as you guys know, I may have a little predisposition to like Skylarks. As you can see right here, we have a 1970 Buick Skylark. Push that son of a gun. But frankly though, as I watched the show, I started to see why this car, whether on purpose or on accident, was the perfect fit for Joe's character. And overall, the best possible car for this show. Now before I get any further, I want you guys to remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all that stuff. I know it gets super repetitive when like we YouTubers, even small ones like this, say this kind of stuff over and over again, but I'm gonna be honest, y'all, YouTuber pays me jack. I'm serious, I got like a video with like 100K views. And I have gotten $5 worth of ad revenue for that. And it's been up for like a year, so it's pretty hard for your boy. Also, spoiler warning for season 1 and maybe 2. I'm not going to go super deep into the story, minus like what everyone already knows. But season 3, I'm going to be completely off the table because that just came out about a week ago. Also, happy Halloween. And for those of you guys hoping to see the Christine video this week, I know I said I was going to do it, but you guys gotta understand, I'm working and I also am going to college full time. And I post to YouTube roughly weekly. And bro, I had zero time to do any research on Christine. I ain't even seen the movie. Which, as a film student, it's probably kind of bad in and of itself. But luckily, the midterm season just passed, so I got a few ideas for some stuff that I think you guys are gonna like. Now, without further ado, let's get on to the video. Let's start off with talking about Joe. Right now, Joe is a very calm and calculated man. He's got this mysterious aura about him that women tend to love. Let me also add that if you act like him in the real world, you're 100% gonna get slapped at best. Bro, you gotta understand that all this mysterious stuff, that only works on TV. In the real world, it makes you look creepy, especially if you don't got anything to hide, because then you're just a weirdo. So any young boys watching this show, don't act like Joe. Joe also, while looking like he can barely bench a bar, also has a very strong feeling about him, no homo. You know, I gotta make sure y'all know I ain't playing. He's very to the point, very headstrong, and overall, seems like he always knows exactly how and when it's gonna happen. Most likely because he probably orchestrated it. His other side shares a lot of these features except for one thing. This dude's got serious anger issues. And they usually culminate in murder, so I think by the end of season 2 is like in the upper single digits, I want to say. Now, let's talk about the car. The 1968 Skylark is not a very well-known car. Don't get me wrong, it's not a particularly rare vehicle, but when people think of American muscle, they typically think of Chargers, Mustangs, Camaros, Chevelles, you know, all the big bads like that. The Skylark in general is cast aside in favor to those big bads, with some people in the 60s even calling it a grandma car. Bro, if my grandma pulled up like this, she'd be the baddest grandma in the knitting club. You're like, no question about it. It also should be noted that this car is a non-traditional muscle car, as Buick was viewed as a luxury brand, while also bringing up decently sized engines. Meaning that, while the car could go plenty fast with the other bruisers at the time, it was more focused around comfortable seats, good AC, power windows, that kind of thing. I just realized for some reason I'm switching between my voices a lot. I got my regular how I'm talking to people voice, it's kind of like this, and my regular customer service white people voice. Comes really handy in the business place. Anyways, this is exactly why I think this car is a great fix for Joe. They're both good looking, no homo, but they're not gonna make you turn your head when you walk down the street. Unless you're into guys with more forehead than muscle, you know what I'm saying? My point is that while they are both not bad looking in general, they're both very, very unassuming. At least the Skylark was when it comes out. Of course, in that show, this sucker pops. Also, both are more sophisticated than a lot of their counterparts. See, Joe does not have regular hobbies. This dude runs a bookstore and, you guessed it, fixes books. Now, while that is not necessarily sophisticated by itself, since it's so uncommon and reading is viewed as the smart man's game, even though y'all book nerds know darn well that we can read too, we just don't want to, the 68 shares many of the same features, given the fact that it's marketed as a muscular cruiser more than a straight-up muscle car. It's classy, it's sophisticated, and it's fun to ride. I would like to clarify that last sentence was 100% about the Skylark. I do not in any way, shape, or form want to ride Joe Goldberg. But many women do, so we're gonna put that on the list. Like, I'm not gonna lie, for such a creepy guy, Joe slays. Like, both literally and metaphorically. But like Mr. Goldberg, Skylark's got a wild side. With the big block V8 making over 400 pound-feet of torque, the 68 Skylark, even in its 4-door option, is undeniably a muscle car. And y'all can't tell me that vehicle's stock, because that thing was well over 50 years old by the time this show started, so there's no way the engine block lasted that long. Otherwise, Joe probably had the most expensive murdermobile in the world. But anyways, as I was saying, for such a luxurious vehicle, the Skylark is a real quick son of a gun. Probably had some people pooping their pants when it came out. Much like these hoes did when they realized that Joe was gonna stab them with something else for a change. He was getting in them guts and not in the fun way. My point is, both Joe and the Skylark share a lot of similarities. Both got a wild side. Both seem sophisticated. Both are unassuming. Both drive the hose crazy. If you don't treat it right, it's gonna kill you. And I know that this whole video sounded like I was one of them English teachers that expect you to, find the meaning of this, when in reality, I'm sure that one of the producers thought it was just a really cool car, which I agree, it's a really cool car. But I thought it'd just be fun to like kind of look at it through the lens of like that. I don't know, I'm bad with words, y'all already know. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Had a good time making this video. I just admitted to the whole world that I watch you. Definitely, if you are over the age of 15, I would recommend watching this show. You younger guys ain't ready for it yet. There's a lot of no-nos that your mommy don't want you to see. But overall, yeah, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Helps me out a lot. I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.